Today we're reacting to YouTube has a favoritism problem. As somebody who's going through current strike things with YouTube, I understand how frustrating it can be, but how I see it is the name of the game and there's no real way to change that. Gotta play the part, so that's what I'm gonna do.
YouTube. You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
We all know how finicky content creation can be, specifically on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. You can literally follow all the rules and guidelines that you want to, but it just takes the algorithm not liking you or somebody taking advantage of the system, and then boom, all of a sudden you're shadow banned, your strikes, your community guideline.
Now, personally, I don't believe in shadow ban. Like I'm sure it happens, but like people be throwing that. But I feel like it happens rarely. People be throwing that around. I'm shadow banned. I think personally, and this is from my experience and I've seen what worked, is your content just isn't good. If you posting and it's just not working, it's probably because you need to go ahead and change some things and figure some things out. Have you ever noticed how, I don't know, for certain content creators, if you've ever posted some stuff and you realize it's not getting views, but then you change something up and it starts to kind of work and spark up? I feel like personally, your content either is not good if it's never picked up, or it's no longer, like, YouTube is no longer, like, you know, accepting that. You have to change and adapt. That's how I think, and that's how I feel, and it's worked for me. So
you're anything and everything that doesn't have you in the face of your viewers. And it's crazy because all this hard work that you put into a video can get snapped away like Thanos is in the room. And It could jeopardize all the years of hard work that you've done, especially when you're on a generational run like friend of the show Cameron. Now, shouts out to Cameron because people aren't talking about his run in the commentary space. I mean, listen, he's on his way to 200K faster than anybody can blink their eyes right now. But he made a great video about Deshae Frost and the things that he does in order to get views and get people to click like and subscribe on his.
And mind you, I reacted to this video on this channel. YouTube took the video down before they took his down. They took the video down and gave me a warning, right? They have given me, YouTube does that. I'll react to a video that's still up on YouTube and they'll give me a strike for it. That also happened on my Astral Dior Plus channel. Like, they'll do that. You feel me? Like, the video will be up. There's videos up right now that I reacted to that I got 2 strikes for. That's how the game goes.
His channel. Ultimately, it comes at the expense of his family showing off their goodies. I'm trying to beat around the bush here because I don't want YouTube to come and do the same things to me, but you know.
Deshae Frost and his team are doing everything in their power to get my channel taken down. January 1st, 2025, I released a video titled Deshae Frost Has a Huge Problem, where I took a deep dive into Deshae Frost's content on his YouTube and on his Twitch. The overall point of the video was me fairly critiquing his content and pointing out the fact that he'll do anything for views. January 2nd, Deshae Frost reacts to the video on Twitch and he didn't like the video. So him and his audience mass reported the video live.
We're reporting that video! Report! This is harassment and bullying! This is harassing me. That I don't give a fuck. That shit harass me.
Deshae literally pulled a fresh and fit. Like, he sent his audience to go mass report Cameron's channel and get the video striking down.
The haters tried to kill us. Over 30 plus YouTube channels made videos like slandering our name, whatever it is. Now they're mad that there's consequences to actions, bro. Y'all are not going to be able to run around and drag our name in the mud.
Now, ultimately, I do think Deshae Frost was joking here, but it's more about the system than anything. Cameron goes on to detail how he went through the appeals process, then uploaded a more blurred version of the video, but literally that meant nothing to YouTube because 20 minutes later, they literally took the video down. What makes all this worse, and this is something that I think every single YouTuber
that video probably ranked #1 and everything. It was going crazy.
Has experienced before, is that when they do stuff like this, I guess they don't realize it, but commentators take videos from other people's channels and put it into their video and give their own spin on it, their commentary behind it. So the timestamp in which they said that Cameron violated the guidelines is literally from a video that still exists on Deshae's channel to this day. And when reaching out to Team YouTube, they didn't give any clear answers. It was just vagueness upon vagueness upon vagueness, and 3 levels of vagueness, I mean, is just the most unclear thing in the world. Now, Cameron wants some clarification here, and I would too as somebody who uploads videos, because there can only be 2 outcomes because of this. Either it's the mass reporting or YouTube is showing its level of favoritism that it's had for a very long time. I don't think it's any type of secret that these systems in place to these different social media.
I think it's just an algorithm thing. Like, it's yeah, they show favoritism to the biggest people, you know, it makes it Corey, you know, he went through it. But I think it's just an algorithm thing, bro. Like, the algorithm picks up on certain things, especially if you're getting reported. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But I feel like it's an algorithm thing, and then when you take it to YouTube, they're told to just be extremely vague and this is that and the third. Literally a timestamp that I got, a woman was fully clothed. And I got the strike for that. Like,
platforms have some sort of favoritism baked into them. Like different platforms get different preferential treatment, full stop. I remember 2 years ago when Corey Kenshin came out with his video talking about how YouTube age restricted his video showcasing where he played a game, but when people like Markiplier or other gamers played the exact same game, literally they did nothing about it.
August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. All these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. So I appealed the restriction, appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, my YouTube rep who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said it could possibly be this part at the end. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? They removed my age restriction. Now my YouTube rep, he was excited. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence.
It's funny because in that same video where Corey Kenshin is talking about YouTube's responsibilities and how different they are and they play favoritism, he got ad suitability in that video almost immediately, he said. Look, YouTube's bigger content creators can sway the platform.
And that's the only people that can do that. You can't do that. Like, I cannot do that. Hit somebody up and, hey, but look right here, this is what happened. Because I tried that and they said, oh, well, like they not, you feel me? That's for people that got motion
to the platform. So naturally speaking, if people were looking to do things from a business perspective, then they would honestly have some sort of favoritism baked in. It makes sense. But the problem is when these bigger channels now have this level of intimidation that they can place upon smaller channels, because at the snap of a finger, they know that they can levy their power or whatever abilities or reps that they have, or, you know, have their audience, weaponize them all against smaller creators. And all that leaves for the smaller creator is a prayer in a tweet on Twitter that says, hey, can you blow this up? And then some automated response comes in from, I don't even know how they find these things, bots or whatever the case may be. And
this is the exact message they will send your ass,
some generic ass answer, but ultimately the person that wins in these situations is even the bigger creator. And it's crazy when it happens to bigger creators, when bigger creators get sunned by bigger creators. It clearly states that there is a problem in the system and something needs to be done about it.
Yeah.
Every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again and I'm getting my numbers. I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity.
We've also seen
they start auditing his joint like quick. They start auditing his, you know what I'm saying? Like they seeing you posting a lot. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. They see you post a lot. They see you put like shit going. That's what happened on my channel. They see you pushing, like my shit was going, bro. I gained 20K subs in a month. I had started off with 5,000 subs. I gained 20K in a month, gang. I'm talking about 60K view, 50K, like channel going dumb. And they took it away for a video that was on there with a woman with clothes on. It's like they see that and they like they seeing all this influx of stuff. Like this channel's going kind of crazy. Let me go audit this and see. Oh, no, that's, get that right there. I don't know why.
DMCA claims that say, hey, something's going on in this video. It's copywritten. They don't have my express written consent, blah, 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 blah. And say, we need to look at this person's channel and take their content away. Remember I mentioned Fresh and Fit earlier? It's not because this is videos about Red Pill. It's because a couple of years ago, they did some of the most absurd things that are big no-nos on YouTube. They went around and started filing claims on channel after channel after channel. Specifically, Abba and Preach and our good friends Playback.
Fresh and Fit trying to get us out of here, my boys. This is also a warning to other channels out there as well. If y'all run into any complications, please be on the lookout, because it seems like they are trying to silence a lot of people and make sure all your videos are removed about them.
I've had my fair share of like drama on YouTube, and in most of those situations, it usually is like I'll like see something crazy and I'll call it out, and then that person I'm calling out has a problem with it. I just haven't had someone stoop down to the point where they're striking videos, and I've dealt with some bad actors before, but nothing like what I think we're seeing roll out right now. Not like this. This is like an obvious flagrant abuse of a system that is flawed.
Fresh and Fit decided to hit us with dozens of copyright claims. We saw this was probably going to end up coming. Honestly, not upset about it at all. They apologized to us for some of the comments that they made in regards to Preach Significant Other. And then afterwards, recently, they decided to copyright claim the video that we did in response to their apology. So imagine being like, yo, we f***ed up, we take accountability, we're sorry. We're like, oh, this is how we feel about your apology, copyright claim.
Now, Fresh and Fit did what they did, and ultimately everything got reversed, and honestly, they got a slap on the wrist, and that was probably the beginning of the downfall of Fresh and Fit as a channel as a whole, is because what they did, you just truly can't do. But the fact that they were even able to do it, like the system in it of itself should be fixed, because nobody should just be able to go and look at 30 channels and clap everything at once without there being some sort of pause. This is the way that it goes. You can report it to YouTube. YouTube is going to take action on the channel first, and then they may go and do their due diligence behind it, as opposed to, okay, we got a bunch of claims, let's do an investigation first and then take action. That's how normal people do things. And the reason why they do that is to open up this runway for a bunch of unclear guidelines and unnecessary and not explained enforcement of the rules. Like, YouTube gives out the most vague guidelines in the world. You would think that as a creator, they hand you some sort of playbook that gives you at least some sort of visual examples of what can go wrong or why this would get flagged, etc., but no. And even when asked for a response, it's usually bot after bot after bot. And unless you have some sort of connection to YouTube, like a YouTube rep, like some of the bigger channels have, you getting somebody actual to explain why this was done is not going to happen to you. But it's crazy because simultaneously, the guideline is also so clear enough that even when you do things to a T and replicate videos that other people post on their channel, or hell, replicate things that you've done on your channel before, you can still get flagged. You can still get, striked, or you can still get some sort of repercussion for the video that you put out. It happens to me all the time when I get ad suitabilities on follow-ups for videos that I've done in the past. And what's crazy is the ones in the past aren't flagged, or the ones in the current aren't flagged, but the ones in the past were flagged. It's super inconsistent. Hell, it just happened to me recently. I put up a video talking about, I don't even know if I should really say this, but I put up a whole video talking about the whole To Catch a craze, where somebody IRL did this same exact thing and some students got charged. I don't want to go into too much detail, but if you saw a video on my channel a couple days ago and wondering where it is right now, that's because YouTube took it down. It's crazy because the clips that I use in the video are from Vitali and literal news. Like, this is from NBC News, and I'm not promoting this stuff, I'm condemning it. I'm literally talking down on the actions that are done at the school, but yet YouTube caught me for bullying and harassment. And every single clip that I got can be found on YouTube. Situations like this to me are really, really deflating, especially because all we are doing as commentators in some regards is just informing people. Sometimes we give our opinions here and there, but a lot of the information that we're giving is public knowledge. People can go and look at this stuff. We're just doing it in a condensed and a creative way. Me taking literal news should not cause for a video to be taken down. In fact, silencing that is almost like you're silencing the fact that this bad thing is happening. And I know what a lot of people are thinking. I'm a black creator, Cameron's a black creator, Corey's a black creator, Abba and Preach, Playback. There seems to be a theme here.
Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video and it can be the same exact video and they restrict the black person's video but not the white person's video?
Now listen, I've seen content creators of different ilks get away with a bunch of stuff. And I mean a bunch of stuff on all of these platforms. And what I'm about to say isn't new here. I don't know how I can personally prove it, but I see a lot of the rigmarole and hoops and loops that the black content creators have to go through that I don't see with the white content creators. I see quick resolutions. I see putting things up under the rug for a lot of these content creators. I mean, hell, Mr. Beast had whole on child.
Nothing. Keep running that up, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast also got money behind him as well, though. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest channels on YouTube. So that also plays a part, but I don't know.
I can't even say what I want to say, but he had the stuff on the wall and nobody said anything for years until it was called out in a video middle of last year or whatever the case may be. But God forbid I show Speed, I don't know, call somebody a bitch and he's suspended for 2 weeks. God forbid Cameron calls out another black creator and he gets hit with no answers. God forbid I try to inform people on a trend that is actively harming people and my videos get taken down. Like, God forbid all these things happen. And it's not just us. We can see people in the same niche. I'm talking about same or similar niches have different CPMs, have different RPMs, get different pushes to the algorithm, have, I don't know, same title, same thumbnail, same editing style and everything, and the outcomes are just different on their video. We can see who's at these different creator events between YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Hell, Twitch just last year, and I mean late last year, just started embracing Kai Cenat over all the other content creators that were on the platform. And if we talk about how many people are kicked out of the creator program, he had to reinvent the
whole fucking shit too,
or are marketed by TikTok, get the right brand deals and stuff like that, you would have to think that it's targeted at some point. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen to this video. I just need people to understand that it's not us. We wanna make it better. We wanna make it even. Sometimes it is Team Red. And I love YouTube. YouTube has done a lot for me.
Love
it's transformed
YouTube.
Everything. I just wish we were on a level playing.
Love YouTube. YouTube, I love you. Thank you. But it is painful sometimes, especially like when you got your channel that you running up. Like that right there, it already has changed the trajectory of my life. I got to put work back in on the 23rd when I get it back. Like when I officially get it back, you know, I got it right now and I'm posting, you know, 2 videos every other day, 3 videos every other day. But like when I'm doing 3 videos a day and I'm getting them views every day, that shit was like shit was going dumb. That would have made changed the whole shit. But we take a step back. We understand that these things happen and we have to push through. But gang, both of those strikes, I'm talking about, I got my partners in my niche reacting to those same videos and they're up on their channel right now, as well as like there has to be some type of way to clear all of that up. Like we should be able to send this to an actual person. Look at this example right here, gang. Here's the video right here that I reacted to. But my video got took down and I got a strike for it. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I don't know, man, but I'm not gonna do too much crying. I'm not really gonna do no crying. I did that whenever it happened and we're gonna move forward. It's the reason why this channel even got created, because of that. So I'm grateful for that. We're already about to be at 10K here. You feel me? Now I got 2 channels, 3 channels. It's good. So that being said, man, like the video, sub up, comment up. Let me know how y'all feel as, you know what I'm saying, consumers or as fellow creators. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. Thank y'all for the love, and we turn it up this year. Trust and believe. A lot of content coming. That being said, man, we gone. ADD lad, do it.